Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. Recently I have been seeing other channels talking about what they are planning to do during October or the Halloween period. And I thought I would throw my hat into the ring and tell you guys what I am planning to do for October. But for October, because it's the spooky season, I wanted to go into October with some sort of plan of what I'm going to be reading. And I came up with a theme. Now, the theme that I have chosen is vampires. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, well, why did you choose vampires? And it's very simple. I have got loads of books around vampires and about vampires. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to do a whole vampire reading month. So for those of you who are kind of aware, I've been going through the Song of Ice and Fire series by George R. R. Martin. I'm not going to be reading any of his books from that series or any of his other books during the month of October. It's going to be purely vampire themed. So before I show you what I'm going to be reading, I'm just going to be telling you what I'm planning to do for my channel and in general throughout October. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel and aren't really familiar about what I like to do during October, I like to go to a cemetery and film a Halloween-based intro for every one of my videos during October. I go to a cemetery, I film a bunch of stuff, and I edit it. I put sound effects and special effects into it, and I create a roughly a 1 minute roughly a 1 minute intro for my Halloween videos during October. So basically, throughout October, no matter what the video is all about, I'm going to be having a special Halloween intro only for October throughout all my videos during that month. It's something that I have been doing on my channel since I started, and I don't see any reason why I should stop now. I was thinking about what kind of how I could make it different than my usual ones, because I always like to try to, I wouldn't say top the previous year, but do something different. And I thought I would maybe go along the lines of disorientating and having angles and weird angles which you wouldn't normally come across. So yeah, it's gonna be it's really hard to explain, but what I'll probably do is during September I will go to Highgate Cemetery, which I go to all the time to film these videos. It's a massive cemetery, and it gives me loads of choice to go and pick all these cool shots. And obviously I am going to be watching loads of horror movies, and which aren't going to all be vampire themed, but the vampire themed ones I am going to be reviewing on my channels. Only the vampire ones, guys. I did recently pick up the trilogy of the Lost Boys, and I say trilogy very, very loosely. I have seen all these films. The second one is horrendous, but I am willing to go through that horror of watching it again and talking about it just for you guys, so you know how much I love you. I will be acquiring, I wouldn't say a massive amount, but a decent handful of vampire movies. Some I have watched before and some I haven't, and I'll be reviewing them on my channel. And as I said, I will be, of course, watching other non-vampire related movies outside of what I usually am doing. If you guys specifically want me to talk about them, then yeah, I will be more than happy to do that. But I want to try to keep to the vampire theme as close as I possibly can. I also am going to be filming the majority of my videos in October in graveyards, in cemeteries. Now, now, this is another staple of my channel during October. I go to cemeteries during October no matter what the video is all about, and I film that specific video in cemeteries during October only. Now, because I'll of course, and of course, I will still be doing this throughout this October, but there are some videos where I will be filming it in my room, but I will try to do the majority of it in graveyards, and that's and I'll go for the reason why I won't be able to film all my October videos in cemeteries when I'll be talking about what I'll be reading. And lastly, I will be bringing back my horror poetry series. I've been meaning to do it for a while. In fact, I will be bringing it back for September onwards, and of course I'll be bringing my lovely assistant Boris with me. Boris is made of plastic, so he's not going to break easily. And yeah, I've had Boris for I think over a year now, and if you've are wondering why I'm going to be bringing a skull with me, is because he's going to be featured in my thumbnails. So yeah, he'll be coming along with me. Yeah, for that. So I'm excited to bring back my horror poetry series. It's something that I can easily, quickly do a bunch of poetry videos and just edit them. They're very quick and easy to do. So what I will be reading during October. Well, let me start off with some comic books. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, hang on, David, this character isn't strictly a vampire. Well, technically, she got her inspiration from an actress that was a vampire. It's kind of debatable whether her character actually is a vampire, but I've always seen her to be somewhat of a vampire, and that is Elvira. I've got a bunch of comic books here, and I got them off of eBay, and the seller was selling loads of them, and I had to go through them and basically cherry pick the ones I think that the covers looked more Halloween based and more appropriate to read during this spooky time of the year. So I will be reviewing these. I won't be taking these out with me. They weren't super expensive, about £5 or $5.50 in American money, I suppose, or $6. But I don't really want to take the chance of taking these out with me and them getting damaged. But let me just show you what the covers look like. We have this one, which is a Halloween special. I've had a look at these. These are all in good order, and they are all in black and white, which I'll show you when I talk about them. They all look really cool. This is more of a Halloween one with some jack-o'-lanterns, at the back. Another one which I think the cover wasn't really Halloween based, but I just loved the cover. It was really cool. And going back to the Halloween theme, we have Elvira in a graveyard next to a tombstone with some hands reaching up. Yeah. And Elvira in a spooky wedding dress. So yeah, I will be reading these probably during the night, and I have seen the Elvira Mistress of the Dark movie. I've got it on Blu-ray, and I mean, if anyone wants me to review that, I will. So I will be reviewing. I'll be reading them comics and reviewing them on my channel during October. Now, what is my TBR going to be like? Well, the things I will be reading more or less every day is a couple of anthology collections about vampires. I've had this one in my room longer, but this one I wanted to read because it was, or is, a story or a vampire anthology about vampires, obviously, written by females. I have always been meaning to read as diversely as I can, but yeah, sometimes it's not easy. But I wanted to read this, and it's got a bunch of short stories in it. Obviously, Anne Rice is in this. I will Let me just see. If you want to pause that and read what the authors and who they are, please feel free to do so. And yeah, I will be reading these, probably a few every day, because I have counted all the stories in both these collections put together, and it comes to 56 stories altogether. So I will have to read, I mean, I haven't really worked it out, but maybe 2 or 3 stories every day, which shouldn't be a problem. So once again, this one is edited by Ingrid Pitt, or introduced by her. And yeah, I'm excited to go all through this. I picked this one up secondhand, and I've just been meaning to get to it. And I know that if I didn't read it during October, I wouldn't really get to it that quickly. And I also, and the other one is the Ultimate Dracula, and this I presume is stories inspired by Dracula. And I have read Dracula. It's kind of amusing that the dude doesn't appear very much in his own story, and it's just about and it's mostly about the human characters. But you know, what can you do? He's mostly there in the background, in the shadows. Yeah. But I thought I would read this. Does obviously doesn't have as many stories in this as it does this one, but I'm super excited to get into this. This has a story by Anne Rice in it as well. I think that if you're doing an anthology about vampires, you'll have Anne Rice in it. So what I will be mostly reading, or what my main reads going to be during October, is obviously I'm going to be rereading Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. This is going to be my second time that I will be reading this book. It's a reread. I will be doing this for 2 reasons. One, because I have got 2 copies of it. The reason why I have 2 copies is because I bought the first one at a bookshop, and the second one came in a lot with the majority, well, a big chunk of the vampire series by Anne Rice. So I want to reread it so I can get back into that whole world and setting, and hopefully it will inspire me and kickstart me to reread, well, I would say reread because I haven't read them before, but to continue reading the series. Another book that I wanted to read is because every single month I always like to read small author books that have been sent to me from authors. I've got a list of them that I'm always trying to get on top of, and I didn't really want to go a whole month without reading any of them. I was going to read the one I'm about to show you in September, but because my October period is going to be vampire themed, I thought that this one would be kind of ideal to read in that situation, as it's the only vampire based book on that list I've got, and that is More Than a Vampire by J.R. Carroll. And this is book 1 in a series that's about 3, maybe 4 books long now. He sent me this actual copy, and I've in the mail, and I did get a bookmark with a sticker which I've stuck on the back, and he did sign it, which is cool. So I'm excited to finally pick this book up. It's been a long time coming, and I'm excited to get into it and read it to see what I think. And who knows, maybe I will continue on reading the rest of the series. So I'm excited to read this. And the final thing that I have planned to read during October is a non-fiction book, which I got on eBay, and I've had it in my room for a while, and I haven't had time to pick it up. And that is Vampires and Vampirism by Dudley Wright. And I believe that this is about vampires or vampire myths and legends in the real world. Doesn't seem to have any pictures in it, but the text looks very easy to read and manageable, and looks like it's going to be a fairly quick read. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. and to tick it off my list. And all these books I'm planning to pass on and get rid of when I've read them, apart from More Than a Vampire, because this was gifted to me from the author and it's signed, not to me personally, but it's signed. So I'm going to be keeping this one regardless about what I think. I'm sure I'm going to be loving it, but I'll be holding on to this one. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do during October. Obviously I'm going to be eating a shit ton of candy or sweets, and feeling incredibly guilty about it. But if you can't eat a bunch of sweets or candy during October, then when can you? I'm looking forward to having pumpkin spice lattes again. And yeah, I just want to kind of emphasize that I'm excited for October. I'm excited to read these books, excited for Halloween time to officially begin. Even though people kind of say that it starts in September, I like to always think that Halloween and spooky season always happens during October only. I know during this time of the year, Halloween's kind of pushed to one side and Christmas, reigns supreme. I remember last night I was in my room and someone was watching something on TV and I could hear Christmas music going on, and I'm like, it's such like a greedy holiday. It kind of overshadows the spooky season. So I just want to like give Halloween its respected time and attention, and then after it's all over and done with, I can move on to Christmas. But yeah, this is what I'll be doing during spooky season, guys. I will be trying my very best to go to cemeteries as often as I can, because I have got a relatively new job. I've been there for about 6 weeks now. That is morning work, so it will allow me to go to cemeteries after work if I so choose to do so. But I will be trying to go to as many of them as I can, and yeah, excited to do it. And who knows, maybe I'll do a giveaway during October of something. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. Who actually knows what the spooky season is going to bring? Let me know what you are planning to do during October. What books are you planning to read? What movies are you planning to watch? So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do, guys. If I, by some miracle, finish all these books before October finishes, I have got some Buffy the Vampire Slayer books that I can sink my teeth into. So they will be kind of, I would say, the last resort, but kind of there if I need to read one to finish up the month. Anyway, that's what I'm planning to do, guys. Hopefully you're excited about this as much as I am. Yeah, I'm excited to like film my intro and go to cemeteries and film my videos there, and to read all these vampire space stories. And yeah, I better cut off here, guys. I never know about when to finish these videos. I always keep enjoying on and on and on, and I never know about when to cut off and end the video. I think I have to blame Faceless Book Reviews for that, as he likes to drone on and on in his videos. But yeah, I better let you go, guys. Once again, let me know what you think about my plans for spooky season and Halloween time and periods. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.